So anyway, it's Don Derwin, and I got a new series. I figured I'd make it This Old Truck. Yeah, funny. But anyway, my that is my master cylinder for my clutch. That went out. I'm not sure if it was the slave cylinder or the master cylinder, but I was watching another YouTube video. They say, I mean, probably just a good idea to change both of them anyway. So, but one thing is somebody else owned this truck before me, and the one thing I did notice is can't even here. This thing is it was kind of nice. The guy put there's fittings here like this, because I probably would not be able to get this thing out. But I'm glad the guy put a bunch of he worked at Napa, the previous owner, so he's a mechanic. So it saved me a lot of work here, because then this thing spins here like that. So I mean, the guy was pretty practical, and you know, that made a lot of sense, because this thing, I don't know if I'd be able to get that off here. No, I couldn't even get this off. I tried to get this off. I didn't even try that. I said, try this and try this. But anyway, I'm gonna try and do this thing in kind of a tiny little series thing, you know. But sometimes I was watching some of my videos that when you place them together, the voice is sometimes not timed correctly. But I was gonna try and just do this really quickly a little bit, you know, maybe it won't. But anyway, I got this off, and then I got these bolts loose. You can't even see where my finger is. Where's my finger? Those bolts loose there. And then all you do is you go around here, and there is a little clip. It's a little clip. This is on your clutch pedal up on top. So all you do is you take your screwdriver. I was looking at it, and you just take your screwdriver and where is it? You just take your screwdriver. Here it's on there. You just take your screwdriver. Yeah, I use that one a little bigger. You just take your screwdriver right here. You just go in and you just pry it off, and it just pops right off. Real easy. I just wanted to, you know, do that. And see it up in there, and there's a little rod. I don't know. Can't actually see anything in there. I don't know, maybe not. I don't even know where this thing is pointing. Yeah, just kind of hard. But anyway, oh, maybe it's up here. Yeah, there's the rod right here. There it is. There's a little rod right there. You just take that off. And I don't know, either keep that on or just take it off. I don't know what. I haven't really really analyzed that yet. But I don't think there's any bolts on this other side here. It should just come right off. Hope I don't lose that clip. But anyway, yeah, because I noticed that the other day, about a week ago, that this reservoir was low. My clutch kind of stopped working, and I was kind of, well, about a week and a half prior. It's kind of like wondering what was going on, and so then I filled it up with brake fluid. And then I think I overfilled this thing because the brakes were starting to go out. I mean, not the brakes, but the clutch was starting to go out on me again. So I just filled it up. I topped it off, and I put too much in it. In other words, I filled it up too much. Well, that's what I think anyway. And then it started leaking all over the floor. So I mean, it wasn't low, but I think I screwed up there. And so, but yeah, I think I did screw up. And then, so down below, I'm sure that's the one that's bad. But I might as well just change this too. But then the thing that that I was thinking of doing is. This is a 1/2 inch. Oh, it's a 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch, and on this bolt, I'm just going to try and kind of, because I don't do full-time videos, because they're just too hard to do. I was kind of thinking just put a kind of a video together, kind of like this, and you know, I just put it there like that. This is a big long one, 1/2 inch, and it fits right in there. And then for this other one, and you got to use a deep well socket. Because the regular socket don't fit on there. I tried it. I mean, it fits on there, but you can't turn it because just the length of so I got the 1/2 inch deep well socket there, and then because I tried to put the 1/2 inch on it, and it'll go around it. Here, what the heck? I tried this one here. I think it was this one here. That socket around it, and I wasn't able to turn it with the wrench. And I even put one of these on there. You know, one of these on there, and I still couldn't get it to turn just because the stuff is in the way. And then I tried this other one too, this one here, and that didn't work either. So luckily I got another toolbox with a bunch of deep well sockets in it. And then you're able to get in here and you know, turn it like that. But anyway, I got the other one. And the thing is, it's a little bit different than the original. But I'm like, I think this would be better though, because this has more fluid, you know, more reservoir. So this is actually better. And it still fits just fine, looks like. And you know, I was watching another video, and they said that on YouTube, and they said that fits just as well. But I do believe that you probably have to bench bleed this. Now bench bleed would be just, you would put fluid in here and then, you know, pump fluid through here, you know, first. Like, put it in a vise or something and then make some fluid go through there first. So otherwise that it might not work. Because you got to get, I know from dealing with brakes before, but put some fluid in there and just get some fluid in there first. But if I put fluid in there, it's probably going to drain out. But yeah, I don't know. I'll try to bench bleed a little bit, but I don't know if that's a good idea or not. But might have to. All right. Yeah, I don't know if I have to or not, but I think I probably do have to. But anyway, that's going to be my first part of the video, and then the other part I will put in the slave cylinder, and then bleeding. Then I have to bleed it. But I think I got this part tackled here. And series, this old truck. No, instead of this old house. But anyway, yeah. So, all right, I will continue on. See you in the next part of the video. Okay, bye for now. This old black truck. So anyway, I got the master cylinder out, except I encountered a really serious problem here. The problem is that I tried to put this one in here, you know, put this new one in, and the bolts do not go on. They don't go on. They're just a little bit different. The spacing is just a little bit off. You know, right here from one side to the next. And it's maybe off maybe a 1/16 of an inch. See, you can see that right there, probably about a 1/16 of an inch. The bolts are off. So that I wasted my time by taking that one off. So my only alternative would be to, well, since the store's already closed and I ain't got no parts, I want to get my truck fixed for tomorrow, is just put this thing back in there and hopefully maybe this thing will work. But I just put it back in. But the one thing I did notice though, you need snap ring pliers. I don't have any to get this off. To get this off here, you know, snap ring pliers right here. Those things. I mean, if you wanted to separate this here. So I don't have any. So I'll have to go buy some. Put them on my to-do list and go buy some, because those things will come in handy. I might have some, but I don't remember if I do or not. I don't know. These darn mosquitoes are bad out here. But so my option now is, well, it's 9 o'clock, all the parts stores are closed and they're not going to have the part anyway. But I'm going to try and put it back together and take the slave cylinder off and see if it works then, and just put this one back on, and you know, lesson learned. It's O'Reilly's, but it's not right. It's not the same, and I would have to bang on the bolts and stuff like that. I'm not gonna be doing that stuff because you'd be stripping them. So O'Reilly's don't have the right size. So anyway, that's my progress report, and I don't know if my lip syncing will work here when I put the videos together, but well, so I wasted my time. So, but anyway, I'll move on. Talk to you later. Alright, everybody, this is a continuation of my my video here. And this is the slave cylinder, and this is where the line, the clutch line, comes into here. And I got the other one off, except I need to get this line out here. That's going to be my next big problem there. I guess this goes in here like this. So it looks a little bit different than the other one. This goes right around here. But then you got, this is the bleeder where you can bleed it. But had some problems getting it off. Which I'll go on to it. I just want to show you this here. This is how it's made. It's this kind of helped me figure out how to take it apart, because actually one of the bolts broke off, but so this just screws in there. Just screws in here. Recording. Oh, my video.
Well, I don't want to interrupt you, but
well, you are interrupting me.
Oh, I might be lost then. I was just gonna let you know because
well, this is Don Derwin here, and this is my second part of the video here, or the third part, or whatever. But this is the slave cylinder, and what happened was the bolts. One bolt was rusted on here. I could not get it off. I put penetrating oil on it, and Master Blaster, and it wouldn't come off. It just broke off. I thought it was coming off, but no, I guess not. This other one, the other one, yeah, that did come off. And you know, these things are only on here by they're just screwed in here like this. So what happened was, when I started taking a nut off here, it just unscrewed this part, and the nut stayed on it. But, and see, you just screw here, and then so I was able to get it out. I had a pound on it a little bit, but you gotta, remember how this is constructed on here. So there's really nothing holding this in, so it will come out. You just got to hit on it. But then this is where the line comes in here. And then this is where the bleeder is here on the bottom. And then this goes around here like this. And this goes into engage and disengage clutch here. So, but anyway, I was going to go over and show what it looks like on the truck. This is that's the one end of it right there. Then it goes over there, and then that's the one end there. And that's the that's the bolt that broke off right there. Then this other one just came out. Just unscrewed. The bolt didn't unscrew, but the screw, well, you've seen the bolt didn't come out. It just it unscrewed. And so my dilemma here is that line right there. It was stripped, and I used a pair of vice grips, and it looks like somebody put a pair of vice grips on it before me. Unless it was me before a long time ago. Well, hi everybody, it's Don Derwin again, and I don't know, I guess I got some brake line. I got 1/4-inch brake line. I got that nickel copper stuff, but it didn't seem to work. It was the wrong size to be able to put that the fitting on. That fitting there, I couldn't. Well, in other words, I had to make. This is the same original one that was in the truck. I just took it out. It was 5/16. It was 3/16 that I thought it was, but it's actually like a 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch to 5/16, something like that. Well, I guess it's 1/4 inch. But so I got my Eastwood. This thing is great. Eastwood. So anyway, I made a bubble flare because I went to AutoZone, and I guess this truck was owned by a guy that worked over Napa, so he's a mechanic, you know, so technician, I should say, right? And I made a bubble flare, and so what you do is you do Operation 0 first. Operation 0 there. And bring it up to the point where, you know, it's flush. This is not right here because I just already finished it. You make it Operation 0. This is how to make a bubble flare. You just do the operation once, but for a double flare you do it twice. And then you go to Op 2, 1/4 inch. Here. Okay, Op 1. First you go to Op 1. Oop. Get this straight. Yeah, this tool is great. Then you go to op 1, then you clamp this down. Then you go to op 1, which is like right there. The first operation is just getting it flush with the side. And then once you do that, then you take this thing. You put it over like this, and then it, actually, yeah, I shouldn't do that again. But then you press it in, and then you let it up. That's the bubble flare. And we'll take a look at it. The thing why I couldn't use that other one is because I had to force that thing on there. To here. Wow, can't even see. Let me know if you guys can see here. Well, I guess you can. That looks like a bubble flare. Actually, I wish I could get the flush on and make it look better. So, where is it? Oh, here. He doesn't want to focus. That's just a little grease here. Put some grease on it. But anyway, I could put a bubble flare on it, and I don't know how good that is. It's the first time I made one. But I guess it's alright. And then what I'm going to do is, in other words, the guy, what he done, and so what you got to do to put this thing on, you got to spin this around, you got to spin this nut around. So I guess that's how I put it on. So you kind of got to spin the, how I took it off is I had to spin the, oh, and that's on there too. I'm going to have to put it on the same way, aren't I? So I got to take the thing off and spin it on and then tighten it down. Well, I don't know if this is going to work. quite honestly. I don't know. I'll have to go out there and see. Alright. Catch you later. Well, this is Don Derwin again, and continuing on, and I'm sure that this is going to be all, the voice is going to be all screwed up. But anyway, I got this thing all on there. Except I got that down there. It's no problem. I mean, it's working good, except I don't think my master cylinder is working. I mean, I tried to bleed it here, and the master cylinder's not doing anything. When somebody presses the brake pedal, you know, you should see and then you get your bleeder right up on top, like right there. That's where the bleeder is. And somebody presses the brake pedal. Fluid level doesn't even change. I mean, it should. If somebody presses the pedal, there, it should do something. I mean, and the fluid level should change. You know, when somebody presses the pedal down, it should make some kind of movement, or actually it should splatter all over the place. But so I'm pretty convinced that that master cylinder is no good. I didn't change it because they gave me the wrong one. But so I just put the I mean, I wanted to see if I can get it working, so I tried working on the slave cylinder, but now I got that one in. So now I realize that this is probably no good. Because I had it all out, and I went and put it back in because I wanted to make sure that this was no good first. But obviously this is no good. And there's where it goes over there. So anyway, another day. Okay, catch y'all later. Goodbye. Well, this is Don Derwin here, and boy, this is really beginning to be a project here, I tell you. I mean, this is just but anyway, there's the inside of the master cylinder there. And I got snap ring pliers to get that snap ring off. There's a little snap ring on there. I'm going to show you the other part. But this is the old one. Now I really don't know if there's anything wrong with this or not, but it looks like there's a bunch of grease in there, which I suppose would be a good thing. I'll probably take some of that grease and put it in there. But I mean, I don't know. God, I can't. My camera on this. Maybe that's why. But what I'm going to do is there's a little snap ring in there. It should take off. It's like in there. It's like in here. You got to get in there. It's kind of hard to get at. I mean, I was having trouble seeing, so I put up 2 lights. I had 1 light over there and 1 light over there. But just because of the angle of the light, the shadow, you see a shadow in there. But so I was able to do it if I just put the light kind of directly on there. But the one thing is, this thing, the holes still don't match up. These holes do not match mine. So the wrong size holes. So I thought of, well, maybe you just drill it out. You know, drill one side bigger, then it'll fit. But I noticed on this one, my original one, that this thing right here, this thing swivels right here. This swivels on here. And actually, you know, that swiveling on there, and this is probably what locks it in there, that thing. But by having this swivel on here, that really makes it easy to tighten and loosen the bolts on the other side. So this is way better, I mean, than the other one that I got. Just because of that one reason. And it's all set up for that anyway. So what I elected to do is take the inside out of this one and put it in another one. And you do have to bench bleed the master cylinder. So I'll have to do that first. Maybe that's what could have been wrong. Very well could have been wrong there. I mean, that very well could be that it wasn't working. See, they got that snap ring in there. So what I'm going to attempt to do is take the inside out of that one and put it in mine, I think. But it looks different. This looks like a steel one here. But they look the same. I don't know if it's compatible or not. If not, I'll just put it back together. I know this is beginning to be a simple job turning into a nightmare. Anyway, catch you later. I'll be back. Well, apparently, yes, you do have to bleed the master cylinder. Except I didn't get it apart. I mean, I couldn't put it back together because it was 2 different parts. They weren't exactly the same. So I couldn't put the parts in the new one. I mean, parts from the new one, put it in the old one. It wouldn't work. So I just put it all back together and I bench bled it and I put it on a vise. And what you do is I just took this thing, I fill up the reservoir with brake fluid, And then just put this underneath it. I wedged it in between so I could hold it there. I mean, so it would stay there without me holding it. And then I just pumped the plunger, you know, like you would do the clutch, and kept on pouring brake fluid in the reservoir and made sure it was full. And what I done is I put my my hand on the bottom where the line would come out. You know, underneath the reservoir, like where the brake fluid would normally come out. You know, going into the line, I put my hand over it, and I went back and forth with the thing that you would be the clutch, you know, back and forth with my hand until I felt a good suction, you know, like it going out and in, out and in, out and in, you know, and squirting out brake fluid, you know. But you got to put your hand over it to get a suction on it, so it, I guess, so it knocks out the air. And then I hurried up and I ran it over to the truck, and I put it in the truck, and I made sure the reservoir stayed full. And I didn't, you know, push the thing in and out. And then I put it in the truck and made sure that it never got empty. And then I screwed in the line. So maybe that's what the problem was, because I can't, the parts are not interchangeable. So I'm hoping that that was the problem, that I didn't bench bleed it. And now I'm put it back in the truck, and I'm going to see if it works now. So anyway, these voices probably not going to line up, because whenever I copy them from one to the other, I mean, so many videos like this, it doesn't line up, the voice. But anyway, that's what I'm doing now. Alright, catch you later. Hello again. This is Don Derwin in my continuing episode of the Clutch Master Cylinder. Look at this, I'm dripping brake fluid all over the truck. But anyway, I have a drill, and the problem is this thing is not going on still yet. I open it up a little bit. Right now it's 3/8, and now I got a 7/16 drill, and I'm going to attempt to make these holes bigger. What I done was I took the insides out of the old one and put it in the new one. And you can see it was leaking on this side here. When you press the brake, the clutch pedal, it would leak out all over my foot when I would press the clutch down. And the cups show that. If you look here, you can see these cups here. This cup right here with the new one, these cups were not going over. You can see the new one, see that cup right there? They were more flared out with the new one than these, and that's probably why it's not working. But yeah, there's not much in here, so I put that in the new one, and but I'm still having trouble with size of the holes. They still don't fit, but I went to the hardware store and I got another drill, so I'm going to try this as a 7/16. So that's about 4/375 is 7/16. So that's about 6 60 thousandths or less, about maybe 60 thousandths bigger hole. That's quite big, actually. But I think it's going to work this time. And you do have to bench bleed it. I'm sure. I was watching a video on this other guy. He said he had put it in and he had to pressure bleed it, but I think that's the reason why he had to pressure bleed it, because he didn't bench bleed it first before he put it in the truck. And so he said the clutch pedal wouldn't work. So he got a pressure bleeder, and the pressure bleeder probably bled the master cylinder, but you definitely do have to bleed the master cylinder first before you put it in. Or I don't know, maybe you could even do it on the truck too. But anyway, hopefully this will work. Okay, bye. Alright, so it fits on there now. Well, that's actually the wrong way though. It's actually just got to go this way. But it fits on there now. Very nicely. Just like that. Then that goes to the pedal. And what I've done is I just took the insides out of here. This thing out. I took the insides of my old one, and I put the old one in here. And the reason why I done that is because for one, these bolt holes, and then you could also this is a solid piece here. This is solid, and these holes, I guess, are the diameter is too small. So if you ever run across this, you're gonna have to drill out these holes. I did 7/16. So if you have this problem with the 1990 Chevy Silverado, you'd have to drill these holes out 7/16. The reason why I took the guts, well, yeah, because I'd have to drill these out, which I could, but mainly because this thing right here, this is very nice. This thing right here, you just grab a hold of it and spin it, and it's really nice to for the brake line. It goes on really nice. So I got this one too, just in case. But because otherwise I would have had to drill out these holes also on here. But since I couldn't get this thing off here, I don't know how that's on there. Maybe some kind of a clip on the inside there. But I could have taken this off and put it on this one, but I couldn't. I don't know how to get that off in there, quite honestly. I don't know how that's attached there. But anyway, so far it's going to work, I guess. And but there's snap ring, and you just need a snap ring pliers. Then and another thing, which was quite baffling to me, is I took the other one apart, and see this little rubber washer thing right here? It's like a little rubber washer that you can't get that out without this little rubber washer in there. Because that little rubber washer, you put that little rubber washer in there, then you could pull the spring out, like that. It's exactly the same as that one. But without this rubber washer, there's no way to pull that out after you get the snap ring off. And there's no pressure or anything, no tension on the spring. It just comes right off. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that, and I'm going to go inside the house. I'm going to bleed it, and maybe I can show you briefly how I bleed it. All right, okay, catch you later. All right, now this is bench bleeding. On a bench here. So what you do is you would fill this reservoir up with brake fluid, and then I got a bucket here just kind of just sitting here. It actually, what I was surprised of is after I took this top off, it started to leak out because I guess there was a vacuum in there. So maybe when I after I bench bleed it, put that cover back on because I want to hurry up and run it out to the truck. Make sure I don't get air in it. And then once I fill that reservoir up, then you just take this and just pump that in and out until it starts to come out on the bottom here. And then so as you're pumping it here, you know, then you hold on here, hold this thing here, hold it open. Well, here, hold your finger over it and just kind of pump it until the air starts to get out, until you get all the air out. And you keep on pumping it, keep on filling up the reservoir until you get the air out and it starts to shoot out the bottom. And then I guess hurry up and put the cover back on and then run it out to the truck and put it in there. That's how I'm gonna do it. So, all right. Alright, this is Don Derwin here, and this is trying to bleed the slave cylinder of my clutch system. And I'm going to go down below and press in and out that thing, and I want to see what's happening up here. So Alright, now. Ooh. I guess it was maybe leaking all over. But I'm gonna go watch the video and see what was happening. Alright, so this is Don Derwin, and finally it's working. But I would like to mention a few things. Like, you know, down below on a slave cylinder, and like I was doing before, I bled it, you know, by pushing it, the thing with the rubber boot on it. And then I'm pushing that in and just keep on doing it. And I'm seeing air come out with this video camera. And I seen the air come out. So I know that there was air in there, and that's why it wasn't working. But it's out now, and I didn't crack the bleeder or anything. So that's then I put a bunch of grease on the bleeder screw and on the bolts, you know, so that maybe next time, a couple of years down the road, or 5 years or whatever, maybe somebody will, you know, if they need to bleed it, they won't be, you know, corroded in there, and maybe be able to bleed it still yet. Because if you can't bleed the thing, you got to replace the whole unit. But anyway, too, and another thing too, I noticed I had trouble with, I think before I had the same trouble, you know, that little boot thing around the little rod that goes in and pushes the slave, you know, that goes and pushes the clutch in, that it seemed like it wasn't, it was like stopping, like there was it seemed like it wasn't moving, or it felt like when I pushed the clutch in that it was like binding or something. So I'm not sure why that is, but so I took the thing off, and you know, after I you know, bled it, and I found on YouTube, you know, that's what they say, you have to bleed the slave cylinder, but when you put it in, you got to compress the rubber boot, like, and then like squish it in, squish the thing in, you know, in other words, like put it, like contract it, you know, so it's not you know, so you can push it in with your hand. Well, with your hand's pretty hard to do, but you know, you can force it in, but keep it in and then put it in there. Because I think that's where I screwed up, you know, the first time when I tried to put it in, that I felt it was binding, but the second time I put it in, and I think before too, I had the same problem, that if it's binding, it's not, you know, you're supposed to push it in first, then keep it pushed in, then slide it on the bolts really quick and try not to let it out until it's in there, because I think for some reason it doesn't seat properly if it's all the way forward, you know, if it's already, the length of it is all out. So I think that's before, when I did this with the slave cylinder, I took it apart. I mean, I, you know, took it off and put it back on. That I had trouble with that too. So I'd just like to just mention that. But so you know, I'm really happy that it's working now. I was like wondering what the heck I was gonna have to take it into the dealership or something, or some kind of mechanic or whatever. But man, that would probably take 2 weeks around here. But yeah, so I didn't drive it yet, but I'm sure it works. See, now I got clutch pedal right. Why does it look backwards? Oh, that's my my parking brake. But here, but now I got clutch. I can tell it's working because I can feel it. But in 2, what was weird is the one guy was here. He was pressing it, and I still seen air bubbles coming up from the master cylinder. And I tried to do that that one thing where the guy was saying on YouTube to put this little one-man bleeder thing. This one-man bleeder thing in there, and then put it in there. I tried that, and I didn't get any air bubbles coming out of there. It didn't seem to do anything. But when somebody was pressing the pedal, I seen air bubbles coming out. You know, still yet, even though I had already, you know, pressed it a bunch of times before, so I guess it takes a while to get the air out. And I did bench bleed it, but I guess I wasn't bench bleeding it quite correctly. But I guess you're actually supposed to put the tubes in there, and then but anyway. But so. And I still got to put my cap back on there. So anyway, it's morning. And so I'm going to say that that this is finished and it's working. So now I could upload this to YouTube and say that, hey, I did it finally. You know, I can see that it's working. But yeah, that video about bleeding the slave cylinder really worked. And I was going to buy a pressure bleeder, but I figured I would try that last thing, you know, first. So it's working, and I'm a happy camper, and now I can start driving my truck again. All right. It's early morning, and I don't even know if you can see my truck from there. Oh, maybe not. But I'm glad it's fixed. And thanks for watching. Awesome. I was getting kind of worried there for a minute. But yeah, that worked with bleeding the slave cylinder. That was the ticket. Catch y'all later. Hope this video helped you out. 1990 Chevy Silverado. Alright, everybody. So I took it for a test drive, and I noticed a few things that. Oh, I'm gonna go park it. I'm gonna just go park it right now. Let's put this here. But I noticed a few things that before it failed all the way, that I was having trouble engaging my clutch. It was like it was like it wouldn't engage, you know, like when the gears, it would clash. You know, like it wasn't quite engaging all the way. But here, when I do it, it doesn't. It stopped. In other words, the clutch was still spinning slightly. So you can see here, there's no clashing. Like it's in neutral right now, and I would put it in reverse, and then the gears would clash like that. You know. Oh, it kind of still does it, but it was way worse before. And that's just the one thing that I did notice, that you know, when I like now I put it in gear, like now it's in neutral, and then I put it in first, it would like kind of be hard, it would go, you know, it wouldn't, and it was like not engaging properly. So, but now, you know, it engages really good, and I'm really glad. So now it's working. And but I tell you one thing, that that bleeding that slave cylinder, that was I think that was the hardest thing to do, because I had to take it apart, you know, after I put it together. But you should do that first before you put it together too, and then just like that thing I was talking about. And you know, I got my pedal back. I mean, I don't really remember exactly how it was, but it seems to be working good now. I really don't remember exactly where it was, but it's working now, and I'm a happy camper again. Catch y'all later. Okay, bye. Hope this video helped you out, and don't forget about that bleeding the slave cylinder. This is actually the first time I actually really done this, the whole job. The bleeding was probably the most frustrating thing, I would think. Well, plus with the bolts, putting it in there, and yeah, but I just drilled them out. I drilled them out, it was a 7/16. I think I already made the video on that. So anyway, okay, catch y'all later. Hope you liked the video, and give me a thumbs up and like and subscribe to my channel, which is always helps out. Okay, catch y'all later. Okay, bye. And I'm working on my PT Cruiser next. I'm fixing the brakes and that. I'm putting new brake lines in. That'll be my next video. Okay, catch you later. Okay, bye.